We're here with our second matchup of the weekend. Just another losers bracket match here between FC Orenburg and Where Love Lies. My name is Dio. I'm going to be taking us through this match alongside Mavs. Good evening, Mavs.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Be here. How you doing, Dio?
All right. Quite tired at the moment, but we'll get through the day. We'll get through all of the pretty solid matchups that we have for this round, actually. I'm going to talk a little bit about these teams before we get into it. It looks like they are just about ready to get into picks and bans here. But just to kind of talk through both of these, FC Orenburg, I believe, with some pretty solid scores last weekend as well. But one of the teams that in general has been performing pretty well on kind of maps that you wouldn't normally think of when you look at a lot of the members on this team, performing very, very well on Nomad 1 and well enough on the Hard Rocks as well. Where Love Lies in general, with a pretty big seeding advantage and with a pretty big advantage on a lot of the sort of average scores that both teams have out of qualifiers.
Yeah, I actually want to draw attention to qualifiers more so this week in particular, just because we're now at that quarterfinal stage, right? And that's usually where around the difficulty of the qualifier pool sits, somewhere between that round of 16 and that quarterfinals difficulty level. So, this week, if there's any week, we're going to be, drawing some comparisons, maybe some early conclusions from the earlier results we've seen from both these teams. I think the qualifier pool is a good place to start. And yeah, like you mentioned, Where Love Lies really just out of the gate, having pretty much stronger scores across the board in the qualifiers on pretty much everything. It just looks like mechanically, raw mechanics are just, they're going to win out on a lot of these maps. I think FC Orenburg are going to have a couple of sneaky picks here and there, try and get some up their sleeves. There's a couple maps in particular that were in close contention, something like a DT2 in specific from the qualifiers. And the Nomad 1, they actually performed very, very well on, so something they're going to be looking at. But like you mentioned, Where Love Lies, doing pretty well on the Nomad 1 last week, so something that could be a bit of a coin flip, as expected from the Nomad 1 picks. However, I think across the board, Where Love Lies definitely going into this one as the favourites.
Yeah, Where Love Lies just had a very, very solid round of 32 and round of 16. Unfortunately, dropping down to the losers bracket in that round of 16 to Microwave Lobster, but you're up against the first seed in the tournament. No shame in losing that matchup. So still putting up pretty good scores in the meantime. Solid 2 million on the Nomad 4, for example. A 3 million score on the Hard Rock 1 from last weekend, and some other pretty solid speed scores like the 2.8 million that they had on Nomad 5 last weekend. So you're talking about a couple of the sort of mechanics focused picks being toss-ups between the two. I think that's where we can see pretty solid runs from both of these teams for sure. I think when it comes to some of the gimmickier stuff and some of the aim-focused maps in this pool, like Hard Rock 2, for example, that's where we maybe see FC Orenburg take some points in a matchup where the seeding is a bit lopsided like this.
Yeah, 100% agree. I also want to talk about the rosters here for a little bit, well, at least what I know of the rosters. And it's worth mentioning that Where Love Lies are primarily an Indonesian roster. They actually have 6 players from Indonesia on their team, alongside a player from Singapore and France. So primarily an Indonesian roster, a lot of very familiar names here that you see popping up in 3WC and even OWC. On their side, players like Fuma, Rexys, GS Blank, Dito, these are players that I think a lot of people are pretty familiar with. On the side of FC Orenburg, not as familiar, at least in my experience. I'm not as familiar with a lot of these players. I don't know, Dio, maybe if you can shed some light on some of the players over on that side?
Sure. So FC Orenburg with Orenburg, Hansami, Talala, Dasuke, Leffy, Temkana, Arclight, and Welter. Temkana, I think, one of the more well-known players on this team, but Orenburg actually a name change from Aoi Kiseki, so probably a player that a lot of people actually know as Aoi Kiseki, just with that name change. Hansami, Talala, Leffy, Arclight, all Players who I think kind of break the mold of what you usually expect from these kind of full stack Russian rosters like FC Orenburg, where traditionally you expect them to be very, very good at like hard rock double time, and I think that's just kind of not the case for this team. They're a much more hard rock no mod focused team than they are a DT focused team, and their speed in general is definitely not their strongest suit, especially with players like Talala and Temkana going, being some of their best players for this roster. That said, I think Where Love Lies aware of that at this point, banning out the Hard Rock 1. And looks like we are going to get the first pick from Where Love Lies as well. I don't know if this was the first pick. I don't see that was the first pick in chat for either of these teams. We maybe get confirmation, but we'll see exactly whether or not it is the first pick. I think a DT4 from Where Love Lies would be a fairly solid first pick, just because of the fact that, again, this FC Orenburg squad, not necessarily the sort of DT or speed monsters that you usually expect out of Russia, almost. And instead a very, very different sort of team, much more focused on precision aim and gimmick.
Yeah, I want to also point out Where Love Lies actually being, on paper, looking like a pretty solid hidden team. I mean, they came out of qualifiers not doing incredibly well on the hiddens. I mean, the hidden 1 score was 1.5 mil, which, it was a bit of a weird map for the qualifiers. I know a lot of teams didn't do too well on that one, but the hidden 2 score at 2 mil. And I also want to point out that's without one of their core hidden players, being Fuma. He did not play in the qualifiers, so still getting a 2 million score and beating out FC Orenburg's hidden 2 score by 600k. And on top of that, still beating their hidden 1 score, and now they have Fuma for this round. So hiddens as well, probably something they're going to be leaning into in this match. But we've got our first pick now, and it's the Nomad 5 from Where Love Lies. We're going to be going into that speed left-hand mechanics coming up.
They're not too far off from the double time 4 that for some reason came on. Not sure why exactly it came on in the client, as that was not the pick, but client doing client things from time to time. This Nomad 5 also makes a lot of sense. Again, we kind of talked about this roster not nearly as speedy as you usually expect, and I think the fact that they have Temkana in for speed should tell you a lot about that. Temkana, kind of famously within the tournament scene, one of the best gimmick players and aim players in Russian tournaments right now. Definitely not a speed stamina player, but everything else very, very solid. So the fact that he is in on this speed is not quite the best look for FC Orenburg. We'll have to see if that's a trend that continues or not. But like you said, Where Love Lies, not only they have this speed, they also have the hidden picks to try to abuse. Very early hidden 2 ban from FC Orenburg, kind of indicating they would rather lose the speed picks than have to deal with those low approach rate hiddens.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where, if you've got someone who can't play an A-rate hidden, they're probably not going to get, any score on it whatsoever. But when you go into like these earlier round speed and stamina maps, and by early round I'm talking maybe quarterfinals and earlier, when the maps start to scale a bit more, it's a bit harder to do what FC Orenburg are kind of going for. But on these earlier speed picks in the earlier rounds, you can kind of get through more than you can on something like a ARA hidden. You can maybe get a big combo even if you're not a speed player. If there's double tapping, low AC, FCs, these are things that are pretty common in early round speed maps, I'd say, things like your DT3s and your Nomad 5s. So something that I think they have a better chance on, absolutely. And we are going to be getting into this one. Now players are ready. Here we go.
Couple of early breaks already for either teams. Deske and GS Blank with early breaks for either side. Temkana now finding the drop as well. It's Orenburg and Talala holding on to the full combos for FC Orenburg. Kind of expected. Aikiseki, always a fairly solid speed player, but does drop as I say that. And now it's just Talala up against the 3-way full combo from Where Love Lies. Fuma, Mindfrost, and Rexy's all still holding those FCs at the moment.
Yeah, Talala, super solid player. on these kind of speed and stamina maps. I'm definitely going to be eyes on him today on a lot of Where Love Lies picks, but as I say that, I do just cast a curse him, and he does find a miss, so no FCs on the board now for FC Orenburg. It's just, yes, I have no idea how to pronounce it, I apologize. Desuk? Can I get a confirmation on that one?
Desuk? I can't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, apologies to him. He's got the largest combo now on the side of FC Orenburg, followed up by Orenburg himself with that 400 combo. But, you know, we've still got a three-way on the side of Where Love Lies, and we're almost halfway through the map alongside GS Blank's huge recovery combo that is almost 700. That is now over 700 combo, so an almost FC from GS Blank alongside his team's three-way. And we're just seeing more breaks now from FC Orenburg, so this one... I think we need Doom to strike Where Love Lies at this point. This is looking wrapped up already.
Yeah, I mean, this is generally how you see these first picks play out, right? So not super surprising that this is the case. On No Mod 5 from last weekend, for example, Where Love Lies with a 600,000 score advantage on No Mod 5, and it's looking like the scaling on this pick not going to make that too much better for FC Orenburg here. As we look into, you know, some of the other picks in this map pool, I think definitely we're going to see either the Double Time 2 or Double Time 3 see some bans after we get that second round of bans from both of these teams.
Oh. Damn, I was really hoping to see Blank also combo through to the end there with the rest of his team. That would have been an absolutely ridiculous team score. But as well, I just want to talk about here, like, the comfort difference is unreal when we're looking at the lowest accuracy on the side of Where Love Lies is still higher than the highest accuracy on FC Orenburg. So, I mean, if that doesn't make them scared of left-handed... If they weren't scared of left-handed picks already, then they definitely are now, and I think we'll probably see their second ban go into something along those lines. Fuma dropping the FC right at the end there, but the two-way, I believe, from Where Love Lies, yeah, extremely impressive stuff there, and insane accuracy from Mindfrost well.
I think Where Love Lies with a very good read on this team out of the qualifiers and out of round of 32, round of 16, just comparing the team scores for both of them on No Mod 5 in particular. It has always been a very Where Love Lies favored pick, and that includes the double times out of qualifiers, given that, of course, there was no No Mod 5 in qualifiers, but yeah, very solid first pick for Where Love Lies. Not too much else to say about that one. Like you said, we are definitely going to be seeing some other double time picks come through here, and very likely a ban on DT2 or DT3 in this pool as we get into that second round of bans. And Where Love Lies in a very, very good spot. We talked about how good the hidden roster is for this team. Well, they can just abuse speed the entire time. They've got No Mod 2, you've got all 4 double times left up, so that is 5 maps. Sure, there's one ban, but if you really wanted to, you could go into something like the No Mod 6, and they've got 2 hiddens left up with a very, very solid hidden roster to try to make use of them here. Yeah, it's looking like a very, very simple pick ban strategy for Where Love Lies. Just pick hidden and double time. FC Orenburg, though, do have their own set of strong picks. One of them definitely this Hard Rock 2. We kind of talked about in qualifiers. The Precision Hard Rock pick was very good for them. Comparing the scores, we usually see this type of map be very close between the two teams, including in round of 16 and including in round of 32 for either Hard Rock that both teams played. So I think the go into Hard Rock at first strategy for FC Orenburg is very solid. I think eventually we'll probably see them go into some of the no mods or maybe free mods if they feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, I think free mods and Hard Rocks are probably the play here for FC Orenburg, but you know, we're gonna have to wait and see how it pans out. Of course, that no mod one's also on the table, as always. But yeah, I mean, this Hard Rock 2 pick, pretty expected. We talked about, obviously, those left-handed maps being very favored towards Where Love Lies, and also the hidden, so you know where you're going to go really besides something like a no mod or a Hard Rock, and with their Hard Rock performances from the previous couple of weeks, it's looking like they're a pretty comfortable Hard Rock team. So going straight into the 6.5 as their first pick. Hopefully they can bring this one home. Pull things to a 1-1 early on. You really don't want to be going down a breakpoint straight away in a match. It's not good for the mental, really, but yeah, hopefully getting into this one soon. I'm not too familiar with this map, unfortunately, but it sounds a little bit more on the techie side for a 6.5.
Yeah, this is definitely a 6.5 map that it's seen its fair share of tournament use before Moonheart. Kind of a light tech CS 6.5, big emphasis on wide spacing slider jumps and some lower spacing streams, things like that, kind of in between a lot of the typical precision patterns that you see in this map. So I think a pick that very much so kind of brings back to standard some of the, really heavy flow aim 1/3 focused Hard Rock 2s that we've had in previous weeks, given that we have that extra slot in Hard Rock now, that we have that third slot in the Hard Rock pool. We don't necessarily need that Hard Rock 2 to do a bunch of different things. And I think that's much to the appreciation of lots of Hard Rock players. I think 2 Hard Rock pools especially are just doomed as a concept, and so players tend to really like it when these extended mod pools open up and you get those 3 Hard Rocks all together. That said, a couple early breaks for either of these teams. Dito, the only member to miss out of Where Love Lies, but 3 breaks for Handsome Me, Arclight, and then Leffy in that order on the side of FC Orenburg. So Deske and Handsome Me with the high combos. GS Blank going to trade one of those misses for Where Love Lies. So you do have, and that noob guy now also breaking. So combo lead back to FC Orenburg now, as everybody trading the misses here within the first 500 combo or so.
Yeah, that was not looking like a great start for FC Orenburg in the slightest, but Where Love Lies, they've managed to get a few breaks under their belt themselves, and now FC Orenburg, they have the combo advantage again. They've got Handsome Me pretty much on that, almost FC. I mean, he's 60 combo off, so practically there, and 2 huge supporting combos, both over 300, and I mean, we've only got 2 players on the side of Where Love Lies with any combo really at all, so things now swinging back over into the favor of FC Orenburg as we get to the break. Halfway through the map, players will see the scoreboard. Keep your eyes on those FCs. And there goes one. As the nerves start to set in when the players see the scores, there goes Dasuk. He's going to be dropping his FC. And Arclight as well, dropping a huge supporting combos. Just Handsome Me and Leffy now with the combos. But we've got a trade from Tebby, so pretty evened up now, I'd say, on the combos. Maybe a slight combo advantage here to Where Love Lies by about 300 or so, but
a lot of score accumulated, though, for FC Orenburg. They've got a 50k score lead or so. A couple traded misses between Deske and GS Blank. It's only that noob guy and Dito now. And that noob guy missing, so Dito the only combo. And now it's just Handsome Me with this massive combo lead for FC Orenburg. Leffy to match the combo coming out of Dito, as the rest of the supporting combos basically even for either of these teams, and it's just Handsome Me accumulating even more of the score lead now for FC Orenburg with a very, very solid first pick, I would say, under their belt at this point. No need for any more score lead from these players. They've already got this pick in the bag. And while Handsome Me and Deske aren't going to finish it out with those full combos or with the high combos that they did hold, one slider break for Handsome Me there at the end. Very, very solid team score overall for FC Orenburg. Of course, Handsome Me and Leffy in particular with those 2 high scores for the team up against Dito and Tebby. So pretty solid overall run for them there on that map.
Yeah, that was a huge, very much needed combo from Handsome Me. And alongside some very strong scores from the rest of his team, we're looking at around 600k for a lot of the players on the side of FC Orenburg, and Where Love Lies, still really no slouch. They were only 200k behind, so, a good first pick, absolutely, but maybe a little closer than they would have liked, although Where Love Lies playing pretty damn well on that, perhaps better than FC Orenburg were expecting going into that one, because they played that pretty well. I think you'd go out of that seeing your team score going, oh yeah, we got that for sure, but Where Love Lies only 200k behind, which, it's about 50k per player, which doesn't sound like a lot, but Yeah, I mean, it really isn't. It really isn't that much. When you think about it.
It really is not a lot.
It really isn't. It really is not a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you said it earlier, but that big combo for Handsome Me, absolutely necessary in taking that point. I mean, he was basically the whole score difference for the team. So, very, very solid score from him, and they're probably going to need some of those similar pop-offs from other members in order to get some points on either the other Hard Rock that's left open, or on any of the no mods that they feel comfortable going into, or free mod 2, I believe, is the anti-mod pick this weekend.
Yeah.
Let me go into the double time 2 though now for Where Love Lies. I think not really surprising. 243 BPM streams. That's all there is. That's just
this is
DT 243 BPM.
This is definitely expected. I mean, they're going to go... Where Love Lies are going to go for those guaranteed picks straight away, just before FC Orenburg get the chance to get their second ban in. You know, hey, we're going to pick the Nomad 5. This is pretty much a guaranteed point for us. Now we're going to go DT2 because, you know, I'm assuming they feel as if this is their, you know, closest to a guaranteed point that is remaining in the pool. So definitely a smart play. And then, of course, we're probably going to see one of the DTs get banned out after this. And, you know, then they've got the hiddens to flex into. So definitely a smart pick so far from Where Love Lies. I definitely expect this one to go their way. But we'll have to see if FC Orenburg have anything to say about that. This is actually the 5-head play from FC Orenburg. Ban out the hiddens and just gradually warm up on speed throughout the course of the match, to where when No Mod 2 is left up at the end of it, you just FC No Mod 2 across the board. It's genius.
Yeah. Seems something is broken here. Maybe about the map, maybe about the lobby. Not sure exactly what's going on here. We'll see what's going on. I think it might be a lobby problem, actually. It is looking like we have some players stuck in waiting at the moment, just rolling in chat. So I think this is a lobby problem here.
Seeing a type in chat there. So map is not playing, not to worry. We're not missing anything. But yeah, that No Mod 2. I was going to actually mention that one as well. You know, No Mod 2 could be a map where Love Lies can also be very heavily favored on, but looking at the BPM of that one, it's only sitting at about 192 BPM, so nothing too high. You know, if it was at that 200 BPM mark or over, I'd be a little bit more concerned for FC Orenburg, but 192, I think that's something generally most players would be decently comfortable with, especially at in this quarterfinal stage. So not something that's guaranteed for them. It's also very dependent on the map, those types of No Mod 2s, so
it does seem it was Rexy's who had disconnected during that. So hopefully we'll be fine with a quick restart, and we should be able to get back into it here.
Here we go. Into our DC2 now. This is Where Love Lies pick, if you're just tuning in. Their second pick. 1-1, things are nice and evened up. We've had a couple early breaks here on the side of FC Orenburg. Talala following up with another break. And another break now from Handsome. So just Orenburg now with the Seoul FC, and yeah, this is already looking very one-sided in the first quarter of the map. The four-way still going strong for Where Love Lies, and some pretty good accuracies across the board. We're seeing lots of accuracy troubles on the side of FC Orenburg. I mean, that comfort level really is just very apparent. Rexys and Fuma getting some breaks for Where Love Lies, but still those two strong FCs and a Seoul FC on the side of FC Orenburg. So not all over, but it's definitely looking a bit one-sided as Where Love Lies have accumulated already a 300k score lead.
Alright, they're warming up for Double Time 4. They're warming up for DT4. Alright, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. They do have a couple of members in general who I think will be comfortable enough on something like a DT4, like Orenburg, formerly known as Aikiseki, and Talala, I think even, would be comfortable enough on double time 4 to make that map kind of possible to win as a breakpoint for FC Orenburg. But yeah, definitely gonna see the double time 3 banned out here in the second round of bans from FC Orenburg. You have to think, right? You have to think you see that DT3 banned out, given just how incredibly comfortable in comparison Where Love Lies looks to FC Orenburg right now. GS Blank and Mindfrost still holding these FCs. GS Blank finally dropping on the longer stream there, but Mindfrost still holding 96% on the full combo. Aikiseki also dropping during that longer. Oh my god, he actually misaims air at the end of that combo, but doesn't matter. The damage is more than done. It's a million team score lead for Where Love Lies.
Yeah, I mean, this one's wrapped up. It was a valiant effort from FC Orenburg. We had a huge combo from Orenburg, but not nearly enough to try and carry his team over the line. Just huge scores from Where Love Lies. From Mindfrost and GS Blank specifically. They're putting their team on their shoulders there. The almost 700k from GS Blank and the 766k from Mindfrost. Very impressive scores from him so far on these, speed/stamina picks in Nomad 5 and the DT2. Obviously getting that 99+% FC on the Nomad 5, which was incredible, and then following it up with the top score on the DT2. So, very crucial player right now for them. Looking extremely strong on this quarterfinals pool on the speed maps. I don't know how I haven't heard of him before. I actually have never heard of Mindfrost before, and I mean he's incredible. I just haven't seen him.
He's been a very, very solid player for Indonesian rosters. I cannot remember if he was in this year's OS World Cup, but I know he was in the 3-digit World Cup this year, if memory serves. So has been a pretty solid player at least this year for Indonesian rosters, and has been looking very solid in general on those teams. So good to see more of them in these kind of international tournaments rather than just the country-based stuff.
Yeah, I figured it would be a name change or something, because I was like, there's no way I haven't heard him before. I checked if it was a name change. I'm like, no, okay. I'm just living under a rock, I guess, because Mindfrost is out here destroying these speed maps.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Looking for FC Orenburg to pick into maybe something like Borderland, maybe something like the I don't even know if they want something like the Freemod 3 or Freemod 1. I think Borderland is a fairly good pick for them. They're going to go with Hard Rock 3, though. They're just going to stick with Hard Rock only right now, which I think also works pretty well for this team. Was looking at Borderland specifically as another precision pick for them. But the Hard Rock 3 Flow Aim HR aim control pick here in Conflict. Also a very, very solid pick for this team, I think. Again, players like Talala and Temkan I expect to come in for this and to do fairly well on this sort of map.
Yeah, FC Orenburg, though, they're kind of in they're a bit of a weird position. It's like a position I hate being in tournament matches where, your picks, you feel strong on your picks, you feel confident, but there's always a chance for the other team to break point you. Where Love Lies could absolutely break point this if they just have some really great runs, but on the other end of things, Where Love Lies have had 2 picks so far where it's pretty much just almost guaranteed points. So it's really an unfortunate position where FC Orenburg have to secure their picks, and then after this Hard Rock 3, I think they go into the free mods, but at that point it's like it's almost a coin flip, because you're favored on Hard Rock, but then the other team is really, really good at Hidden. So where do you go from there? It's a bit coin flippy for sure. You just gotta hope that their Hard Rock players are feeling good on the day and they can put up those big combos. But yeah, this Hard Rock 3 should be favored towards FC Orenburg, so it'd be very crucial for them to get this second point on the board before they go into those free mods. So we'll have to see how they do as we load into the lobby now. Everyone in the lobby is still holding strong. Oh, there goes Arclight, the first to drop. That new guy trades it back. So 3 FCs to 3 now. Very even across the board. Accuracies and there's not too much of a disparity. It's only about a 10k lead for Where Love Lies, so pretty much no score to speak of here. As we still have 3-ways on both sides and supporting combos that are pretty much mirrored.
No major drops during this section so far either, as everybody's still holding those earlier combos. So it is the ever so slight combo lead for Where Love Lies that is bringing this score lead home for them. But Dito actually just drops a full combo. Tebi also dropping during this section. These doubles at the end of the sliders, more difficult than they appear at first. And the aim control there failing 2 members of Where Love Lies. As now Leffy and Deske going in for this one, holding very, very solid scores right now. Leffy does drop. Everyone besides Deske drops for FC Orenburg there. But everybody besides that noob guy also dropping for Where Love Lies at about the same time. So it is still combo advantage to FC Orenburg. All on Deske right now to bring this pick home for them and keep the score tied up. But that noob guy
all on him.
The pressure on right now, man.
He's going off. How is he hitting these patterns on an FC with nerves? He finally misses. He chain misses out the ending. Oh my god, they win by 10k. Oh, he chain missed the whole last stream and it almost went back over. That was terrifying. Holy. 10,000 points. Whew. What a performance from Deske there. I mean, if that had gone over, he would have been kicking himself after chain missing that last stream. But, you know, it is what it is. It made for some good content. It didn't cost a point. So, it's 2-2. Incredible performance from Deske. And there's another huge performance from FC Orenburg, where one player has stepped up, put up a huge score, and kind of pulled it over the line for them. So, very, very crucial hero performances coming out from FC Orenburg. And we now move into Where Love Lies' third pick. And of course, I think, as we were mentioning earlier, probably going to expect the DT3 here. I mean, maybe the DT4 as well. They could also, if they feel up to it, pick a hidden and, you know, go into one of the DTs after. I don't see anything wrong with that. But, you know, why not just get your more guaranteed points out of the way and get those picks in early? Let's see what they go for, what kind of strategy they want to play it.
Yeah, I think for these teams, it isn't too obvious exactly where they go. I think for Where Love Lies, the ban is kind of up in the air. I would almost say they want to ban like free mod 2 or no mod 1, just based off the scores that we've seen from FC Orenburg on other maps in other weekends. They're going to ban DT3 for FC Orenburg, right? Yeah, they're going to ban Double Time 3, which, again, makes sense. Just don't let them pick more speed into you again. It does leave up a couple of maps that, you know, Where Love Lies is probably going to have a better time of. Things like the DT1, the DT4, the No Mod 2. Maybe the No Mod 6 as well. That one is fairly speedy this weekend, but again, not nearly to the extent that something like the No Mod 5 or the Double Time 2 or Double Time 3 was. So I think a lot better chances for FC Orenburg to take those breakpoints on things like the DT1, like the DT4, though Where Love Lies still very, very much favored on those picks to come out on top. Same can be said for some of those hiddens, which are still both up in Sebe and Vox up. So now Where Love Lies is going to be banning, I guess, whichever free mod they're least comfortable with, which is that free mod 3.
Yeah, I think, you know, one of the free mods, I think any of the free mods, just depending on what one, you know, they feel the least comfortable on, of course. It's going to be a good ban, and not too surprised to see one of the free mods go out there. I was going to say as well, you know, FC Orenburg have been looking really good on just like low BPM maps in general this match so far, and Well of Lies looking really good on high BPM, so if they were feeling it too, they could have just banned out something low BPM maybe, it could have been an option. When, you know, their ban's kind of up in the air, there's nothing they have to ban, guaranteed. But they are going to go just for one of those free mods that they feel maybe is a bit hard rock favored, maybe something of the sorts. Where, you know, they don't want to burst FC Orenburg on hard rocks, so makes sense. Take that one out. 2 free mods remaining where, you know, maybe they feel a lot more comfortable on those hiddens, on those 2 maps specifically. But that is going to be our bans out of the way now as we move back over to Where Love Lies pick. And yeah, what are we thinking here? I think they've got a few options. They could really go anywhere. I mean, they've got DT4, they've got both hiddens up, they've got a No Mod 2 potentially. I mean, yeah, let's go a few different ways. It is going to be the DT4. Soundholic Existence. The gimmicky DT slot, the DT4 map. And yeah, and I mean, thankfully for FC Orenburg, this is only 233 BPM. It's only AR 9.7, so, you know, hopefully not something that they'll be, so to speak, speed capped on. But definitely when you've got speed players on a team, you know, on Where Love Lies' side, they're probably still going to be feeling more comfortable on any sort of DT pick, so, you know, and if they're picking into this one, so they obviously are feeling pretty damn good on it. I wouldn't put FC Orenburg out of this one though, for sure. I think this could be this could be a break point, could be the first break point of the match. We'll have to wait and see, but I think FC Orenburg definitely have a chance on this one. But I definitely favor this one to Where Love Lies.
Yeah, we kind of talked about this one beforehand, right? As a potential place where FC Orenburg can maybe take a break point back. This is a lot lower BPM for one. It's around 232, 233 BPM. It is much more focused on finger control rather than longer bursts. But the stamina required for some of these finger control patterns is still very difficult. You do still have a couple longer streams here and there in between a lot of the doubles and quads and 6-note bursts in this map that really do make it very stamina draining. So kind of interesting to see where this one goes. I'm gonna hope that this one goes fairly well.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a team like FC Orenburg that's pretty comfortable on, you know, I don't know how comfortable specifically. I mean, I don't know the players player for player, but when you got a team that's decent enough on maps like No Mod 2, you know, I wouldn't put them out of the equation for something like a DT4 where maybe it's got some stamina, a few stamina intensive streams that are only 230 BPM, you know, so it's definitely doable for them. Maybe I think we're expecting to see some higher accuracies on the side of Where Love Lies, absolutely. But, you know, combo is the game. We'll have to see. And then a little bit of a loading error there for GS Blank, but we're going to get a quick refresh and get into this one. No early breaks in the first 100 combo, which is always a good sign. No early struggles. I've already seen a lot of this finger control come into play. And no one really tripping up. We're seeing a couple really low accuracies in the lobby though. Fuma going to be the first to drop. Oh, actually, Talala breaking at the start of the map. I did not quite catch that. Breaking 100 combo in, so Fuma trading that one back, but combo advantage to FC Orenburg now. Everyone else holding on strong. Oh my
breaks
god.
now all at the same time from GS Blink, Orenburg, and Deske. Talala also dropping now, so it is Temkana versus the world. Rexys and Mindfrost holding these combos,
no.
and Temkana dropping as well now. Fuma gonna trade the combo break, but it is Mindfrost and Rexys, the two players who have been performing the best on these speed picks so far for Where Love Lies, to hold on to the FCs through the first third of the map. 92% for Mindfrost. But combo is combo. He's got the FC, and that is what matters right now. Still a higher score than anybody on the side of FC Orenburg at the moment. And yeah, you know, despite the fact that this map is a little bit closer than a lot of the other speed picks that we've seen, No Mod 5 and Double Time 2, this map's still definitely in the favor of Where Love Lies at the moment.
Yeah, this map looks so hard to act. I just want to point that out too. So like these accuracies from Talala and Rexys here, over 96, pretty damn good. This map looks so hard to act. So this is still impressive stuff, and of course Rexy's on that FC. So Mindfrost missing on nothing there. Mindfrost actually dropping his FC, I believe, on nothing, and he's going to be missing on a Buzz Slider afterwards. Well, at least he didn't drop it on the Buzz Slider. Rexy's, though, is gone now as well. No FCs left for Where Love Lies, and combo advantage now to FC Orenburg, but don't know if there's really enough map left. Where Love Lies have already accumulated about a 200k score lead. The score is going over ever so slightly, but I just don't think there's really enough time for this one to go over unless we see Tragedy strike for Where Love Lies. GS Blank going to be getting a drop as well. It's Fuma now with the Soul combo on their side, and as long as he holds on, this is probably going to be enough. Temkana going to be getting a drop for FC Orenburg. That is not what they want. Two big combos, but there goes Fuma. Wait a second. Oh no, Orenburg drops a huge combo.
Talala's still holding, though. 1,000 combo for Talala going into the ending is just not enough, though. Rexys with some extra combo for Where Love Lies, and just barely, you know, 75,000 score in the lead for Where Love Lies. It is going to be enough to win them the point, but yeah, a lot closer on that map than I think a lot of people would have expected from that double time for Rexys and Mindfrost, again with the top scores for Where Love Lies, looking very, very solid on that one. But very, very close scores, especially from Talala on that map.
Yeah, maybe if Orenburg had held on there, it may have been enough to swing things over. He had the big combo, about a 700 or 800 combo alongside Talala, so that would have done a lot for them, but unfortunately unable to hold on. It would have been damn close, that's for sure. You know, not that it wasn't already close, about 75k, so very, very close one. This is, man, I mean, that's 1 for 1 on very close points now, so I suppose it's justice served. FC Orenburg winning their Hard Rock 3 pick by, I think it was like 10k or something, so Where Love Lies now going to be taking their pick by about 70k, so two very, very close picks so far, but still going their team's ways, respectively. Now going to be moving over to FC Orenburg's pick. Gonna have to see who can get this first break point. It's got to happen eventually, unless we just go like this all the way to tiebreaker. But yeah, I don't know what they go into here. I'm feeling like one of the free mods, maybe the free mod that is more difficult with hidden, is something they could look into. Trying to force the players onto Hard Rock, you know, here, play Hard Rock or play Hidden and play a harder version of the map. But, you know, that's always map dependent. It's always map pool dependent. It just depends on those free mods. And they're actually going to be picking No Mod 2. Okay, I did not expect this.
You can kind of see where this pick comes from, at least a little bit. Like, this map is not a stamina pick, really, in No Mod 2.
Yeah.
And I think that's for the better in this map pool. Just because you have, you know, the double time 4 adding to the set of speed stamina picks that you already have. You've got No Mod 6 is very tapping intensive this week as well. So you've already got quite a lot of tapping intensive picks. And this one way, way more focused on flow aim than anything else, which I think is something that FC Orenburg does have a pretty solid lineup for. As long as they are warmed up for this type of map, which, you know what, after playing 3 speed picks in a row from Where Love Lives, you can't not be warmed up already for each type of map. So FC Orenburg with, I think, a pick that probably works for them, though I think they could have left this open and just let
Yeah.
Where Love Lies pick into it later on in the match. I don't know that they needed to pick this map, but if they're not sure where to go, I think this is an okay direction for them.
Yeah, actually, as soon as I heard this song, I just recognized the map and I remembered. Yeah, it's just this is very, very aim heavy no mod 2. There's not really a whole lot of stamina in this one. I think it's the stamina. It's stamina that FC Orenburg are going to be very capable of getting through for sure. So this one's very aim intensive, and I mean, hey, they're doing well on the hard rock maps today. Hard rock's very aim heavy in general, no matter what type of hard rock map. Very precision intensive. So, you know, so stick with kind of the aim side of things and be going for that no mod 2. Very, very flow aim map. This is tough. This map it's pretty short and it's just very hard. Like, yeah, this map's ridiculous.
I'm gonna wait on everybody to ready up. We'll get into this map shortly. It's Temkana, Orenburg, Handsome Me, and Duske in for this one for FC Orenburg. A lot of players that you've already seen in on several of the speed picks so far for Where Love Lives, several of the hard rock picks as well for some of these players. Handsome Me and Duske in particular have been in on quite a lot of maps for this team. I think pretty good to have them in on any pick where you are, you know, kind of resting the hopes of the team on this one, right? Trying to keep it tied up with every pick here. This is loser's bracket as well, so whichever team is eliminated does get eliminated from the tournament rather than just dropping down to another bracket. So it is tournament life on the line for both of them right now. Gonna be a pretty slow intro to this map. Not a ton of really difficult patterns here. A lot of just jumps into bursts in this intro section. We'll get to the streams pretty shortly, though.
Yeah, I just want to emphasize really quickly like how important these early combos are, just because the map's only a minute and 50 seconds long. So these early combos are very important. And with Orenburg, a huge chain miss. But yeah, we get into the harder section of the map now. Oh, Orenburg was a client. Never mind.
That was definitely some lag for Orenburg, still holding strong. Tebby and Temkana can trade misses for either team, however. We did see an early break from GS Blank as well, about 50 combo into the map or so, a little bit after that. Temkana going to find another slider break, however, and Fuma going to trade it alongside Tebby and GS Blank. Handsome Me's also dropped at this point, but it is 2 full combos to 1 in the favor of FC Orenburg. Orenburg and Duske still holding those FCs. Mindfrost ID, the only one to hold for Where Love Lies as we get into the quarter of the map now.
Yeah, that was a three-way reset for Where Love Lies, so that was huge for FC Orenburg. They now just got 2 FCs going into this ending, and there goes Orenburg. He's going to be dropping, but 1 FC left for them. Oh, no, and he finds a break. No FCs left on the board right now, but I mean, they take that one by a pretty convincing margin, about 400k. And yeah, it turned out to be a good pick for them. Stick with the aim. Very, very, very solid team score.
Yeah, solid stuff from FC Orenburg kind of across the board. Temkana, the only player to really struggle on the map at all, under that 500k mark. But everybody else looking very, very solid on that one. 600k plus for every other player in the roster for FC Orenburg on that map. And again, a pretty solid pick for them, all things considered, when you are very much already warmed up and ready to go for that match, when you already have, you know, a lot of speed picks under your belt, being forced to play speed 3 times in a row by Where Love Lies. You're going to be warmed up for something like that. And it really comes down to the volume at that point.
Yeah, 100%. And now this puts them in a good position, because I think FC Orenburg are pretty confident now that, you know, we're going to stick with aim. So I would not be surprised to see, like, maybe the No Mod 1 come out, or maybe like a No Mod 3. I'm not entirely sure, but they want to stick with kind of the flowy, like, flow aim side of things. It wouldn't be a bad pick whatsoever. But this is going to be the hidden 3 pick from Where Love Lies. Not too surprising. They're going to start to go into these hidden maps now, as they've kind of run out of left-hand abuse at this point. So Now they're going to go into their next best skill set, which is probably going to be hidden. A lot of these Indonesian players are extremely strong hidden players. Players like Fuma, players like Dido, coming to mind specifically. It's going to be Say there.
I can't remember if Krez is on this roster, if he's on another roster. No, he's on Bob, I think, for this tournament. But yeah, they've got a very, very solid hidden roster regardless of Krez from this team and where Love Lies. Like you said, Fuma not playing qualifiers, but Rexy's, Tebi, Kalangi. Kalangi not Indonesian, but still a pretty solid hidden player regardless. And Dido, all very solid hidden players for this team. So with the addition of Fuma, of course, that is going to make things a little bit easier for them, I think, on some of these hiddens. That noob guy going in, definitely a little bit interesting to see over players like Rexy's or Tebi to come in, but both that noob guy and Mindfrost have been having very, very good matches so far, so I can understand keeping them in for a map like this when they're performing well. And always, you never know what's on the team sheet, you never know how players actually feel about these types of maps.
And we're actually going to see a full Indonesian roster in for Where Love Lies, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So very, very cool stuff here. On the side of FC Orenburg, going to be seeing Temkana, Handsome Me, Welter, and Desuke. This is as hidden threes go. It's weird, kind of snap aimy, some ults, low BPM. That's just a gimmicky hidden map, man. This is something I think Where Love Lies are gonna be pretty comfortable playing. A lot of sort of overlaps reading. Oh, and as we can see, a bit of reading troubles for Fuma early on, actually misreading one of those overlaps, but everyone else getting through it.
Couple of breaks now from Welter and Handsome Me on the side of FC Orenburg. Fuma, still the only player to have missed for Where Love Lies. Talked him up as the good hidden player, but he's actually finding some trouble here early on in this map. That new guy in Mindfrost, though, gonna trade some misses back over to FC Orenburg. It's only Dido with the full combo for Where Love Lies at the moment. Solid recovered combo for Fuma to match Welter there, as Temkana and Desuke still hold on to the FCs for FC Orenburg, and the score lead is going to start to swap over as we get a little bit more combo dense going into the second half of this map now. This is past the halfway point, so any breaks at this point, very, very impactful. And again, still looking to a break to come through for FC Orenburg on this map, as Where Love Lies,
oh my god,
not performing as well as they would have wanted to on this pick.
Temkana, I don't know how he held through that. That was a 50 and he barely got through that and just didn't even wiggle that. Holy, that was yeah, it was a huge act drop from him, but holding on. Desuke are going to be dropping the FC for FC Orenburg. It's 1-1 now. There goes Temkana. Now it's just Dido, and there's enough time in this map for Dido to pull it back. He's going off right now. These patterns are ridiculous. Dido is just, he's going. He's 99%. And he just swings things back over at the last second.
What is he doing, man?
What the? Dido!
What is he doing? All right.
What was that?
The entire rest of his team's at 400k. He's like, nah, don't worry, guys. I got you. And let me just full combo with 99% act. No problem. Don't worry about it.
The ending was so ridiculous, and he just shreds it. 9-100s. What? That was an incredible performance. Securing the pick for his team, by the way. That was a chance for FC Orenburg to put a breakpoint on the board. The first breakpoint of the match, but no. Dido, he's not having any of it.
Yeah, guarantee everybody else on Where Love Lies just bottom fragged their locals, and Dido just completely saving the day for them with the FC. Keeping them, basically in a tied game state, right? Next pick is FC Orenburg, so you assume they win their own pick after this, and that breakpoint could have been very, very bad for Where Love Lies. Could have given that match point over to FC Orenburg, but not today, says Dido. We'll keep things relatively even for these teams, and at the moment slightly in the favor of Where Love Lies. Does bring into question exactly where they go next, maybe into the hidden one with Dido and kind of popping off as hard as he did. Also brings into question, though, where does FC Orenburg go next? I think that they have been doing very, very well on slow aim picks. They just almost took a break point on Sebe. They already have a point on Nomad 2, so I think we probably see them going to something like the Nomad 3, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of... I'm not exactly sure if they do go for it, given the type of map that is, but I feel like Nomad 3 is fairly solid for them. They're going to go with Nomad 1, though, instead.
Yeah, this is something else we talked about, right? I think they're just looking really good on aim. You know, flow aim or aim in general. They looked really good on the Hard Rocks, which were two, you know, kind of precision, kind of raw aim maps, I'd say. You know, the Hard Rock 3 was a little more kind of snap alt aim, but you know, looking really good on that 6.5. They're gonna stick with the raw aim into the Nomad 1. I think this is a good pick. I think maybe Nomad 1, Nomad 3, or one of the free mods would have been good, but I think one of the free mods maybe would have been a bit riskier for them. This is... I didn't think I'd ever be in a world where I said that Nomad 1 was less risky than a different map in the pool, but they're actually gonna go for the Nomad 1. I think they're gonna have a better chance on something like this on paper going into it than if they were to pick one of the free mods that they don't necessarily have the read on, just with how this match is going so far. This could absolutely still go either way, though.
Yeah, definitely does have the chance to go either way. I think a pretty big underperformance for Where Love Lies in qualifiers on Hard Rock 1. Only getting around 2 million score on the qualifiers Nomad 1, whereas actually all of their aim maps and qualifiers they really didn't have that good of a time on. So maybe this is the kind of solid sleeper pick from FC Orenburg here for Nomad 1, as Where Love Lies just hasn't had the best of times on them. A lot of their members apparently just not really into these kinds of aim consistency picks, and you know, not really playing them when they get the chance. Having them picked into them quite often, I believe. So hopefully FC Orenburg with the correct read on this. Just looking at the previous results, it does look like this is a pretty solid pick for them. Like you said, though, could go either way, so we'll see if a map like this gives the kind of expected result that FC Orenburg is looking for. Pretty stock standard Nomad 1, around 200 BPM, 7.2-ish stars, and largely comfortable aim with some bursts here and there all throughout the map.
Yeah, about as Nomad 1 as Nomad 1s get. As we are not going to be seeing any early breaks, which is always a great sign for your Nomad 1s. Generally see players get higher, you know, sort of higher combos on average in your Nomad 1s. But we are going to be seeing a break from Temkana, the first to drop in the lobby as we get into this first Ki. Seeing every single player on the side of Where Love Lies hold through this Ki would spell trouble for FC Orenburg, but no, it is going to be Dido trading that one back. And now combo advantage to FC Orenburg as Temkana builds up that recovery combo. Everyone else holding through these pretty damn big jumps, so this is very impressive. Surprised not to see more breaks.
Halfway through just about, and yeah, only the 2 breaks so far for Temkana and Dino. Just traded misses with an ever so slight combo advantage for Temkana. Now back over to the side of Where Love Lies in spades as both Temkana and Desuke find those breaks in the second Ki time halfway through for either player as well. Now, one thing to note about this map pool, this is the hardest map pool that we have had so far, and that scaling can be really tough on some players. Just Blank and Arclight finding that out in the second Ki time as well. This bridge section right after the Ki Very, very bursty, very, very big jumps in this section. That noob guy also finding some drops here. It's Mind Frost and Leffy to hold on to the FCs right now.
Oh.
And there goes Leffy. It's just Mind Frost. And yeah, that Nomad one has scaled a little bit into these quarterfinal and higher rounds, where Love Lies now with a very big combo advantage. Temkana, I think, maybe slightly frustrated with not being able to hold that combo, and with Mind Frost just popping off right now. Pretty well securing this point for where... Wow, really? Really? It's still secured anyway. We got big combo on Dito. Still largely secured by Mind Frost, though, full comboing the hardest parts of the map.
Yeah, and that big combo from Dito is going to pretty much seal things out. He is going to be finding a miss, but there's really no combo to speak of. There's Desuke, I suppose, on that 300, but it's matched by that noob guy, and there's already a 350k lead for Where Love Lies, and only about an eighth of the map remaining, so this one is going to be the first break point of the match, and a very huge one. This is going to set the pace pretty much for the rest of this match. Potentially the last map. I mean, this goes back over to Where Love Lies pick now, and they're up 5-3, match point. Scary position for FC Orenburg. There it is, the 400k victory for Where Love Lies. Pretty solid across the board, 500 to 600k scores. Mindfrost going to be top scorer in the lobby with that 650k, one miss. Everyone pretty much under 10 misses besides Arclight there. Temkana having a lot, but he like kind of stopped playing. I don't know if it was a DC or if he just stopped playing in frustration, but you know, pretty much everyone in that lobby there under 10 misses. That was a Nomad 1 for sure.
Unfortunately, that Nomad 1 not going the way that FC Orenburg would have hoped. And now the sort of stalemate that we've had all match long, where it has been pick for pick, blow for blow, traded back and forth between the teams, has now been broken itself by Where Love Lies taking that break point and swinging the momentum into their favor pretty heavily here, I may add, with the next pick at match point for themselves. I'm looking at this hidden one, man. I'm seeing this hidden one, and I'm thinking this looks pretty good for Where Love Lies. And they are probably looking at something similar. I could also see them go for something like a double time 1, given how fast it is, or the Nomad 6, given how tapping intensive it is. But I think, generally speaking, you know, you did just win Nomad 1, you gotten hidden banned against you, you win the other pick, albeit off the pop-off from Dito. But again, I kind of expect a lot of the other members on this team to have relatively poor local scores on that map from the scores that they set in match. So I think this hidden one looks very, very solid for Where Love Lies, and I would be surprised to see something outside of kind of those 3 picks go up for them. Really wouldn't want to see either of the free mods right now, given you know, the fact that FC Orenburg can just triple hard rock either of those.
Yeah,
that you are needed to force mod. Also, wouldn't like to see Nomad 4. I think it's much more of a toss-up than any of the other Nomads. Or Nomad 3. It's probably a very good pick for FC Orenburg. It is going to be that Nomad 6, Yuyak Parade. This is a custom map by Kipalt for this round. Kind of what you expect to see in later round Nomad 6s, where you have a lot of different changes in BPM in this map's case, not necessarily just in beat snap divisor, but in actual timing as well. Changes in tempo all throughout the map, including changes in beat snap divisor that make for a very, very difficult to act aim control and finger control test in this Nomad 6.
Yeah, I would have been very surprised to see Where Love Lies go really for anything besides a Nomad 6 or hidden 1. I think I sort of, on paper, was a bit more favored towards that hidden 1 pick. I feel like it was a bit safer, but I think this is still, you know, I still think this is a good pick. Very kind of tapping intensive map, and of course, probably something, if there's anything that's similar to the DT4 in the pool, it's probably going to be this Nomad 6, and, well, they won out that DT4 pretty convincingly, and yeah, they're still very different maps, but you know, it's something that's decently similar, at least, and it's kind of a left-handed map, so I think this is still a smart pick. That hidden 3 performance from Where Love Lies could have either just been a severe underperformance, or maybe players were just not feeling hidden. They played it in the match and were like, no, I'm misreading, whatever. Like, let's not play hidden. not feeling hidden right now. So it could be a variety of things, but definitely smart to leave those free mods alone. Let FC Orenburg pick into them, because I can guarantee if they do take this breakpoint, we're most likely going to see that free mod 1 or 2 come out. We'll have to wait and see. So we now get into the No Mod 6 match point for Where Love Lies. Going to see if they can close this one out 6-3. I think I definitely favor them on this map, but absolutely potential for a breakpoint.
Do you think what you were mentioning about maybe Hidden not being the most comfortable for Where Love Lies right now is kind of important? Because I think if they lose this pick, right, you've got the Hidden 1 left, and that is almost certainly the next pick for Where Love Lies if they do lose this map. But then both remaining free mods are looking pretty good, right? They didn't want to pick into that Hidden 1. So something like the free mod 1 or the free mod 2 looking very, very solid for FC Orenburg, depending on how their members are feeling on precision or basic aim in that free mod slot. That said, they've got to get through this map first, and it's going to be an interesting way through this sort of map. As you can already see, a lot of really awkward aim control patterns in this map, and a lot of changes in tempo and changes in timing in this map. Everybody handling them well enough. That noob guy, however, with the first set of breaks. Rexy's also on a reverse choke at the moment, did break at the very start of the map. So this is a 4-way full combo for FC Orenburg compared to only 2 FCs for Where Love Lies, with that early break from Rexy's and that noob guy. That said, the accuracy not doing too many favors for the side of FC Orenburg. Deske and Welter also dropping a lot of accuracy, but Fuma now missing as well, and suddenly this pick is just completely on the wrong foot for Where Love Lies. Temkana and Welter are going to trade those misses back, but it is just Dito once again to hold when it matters for Where Love Lies.
Yeah, I mean, there's about 100k in this, but it's 2 FCs to 1. Dito does have that FC, and he's got the supporting combo from that noob guy. It's about 400, so if FC Orenburg managed to find maybe an FC drop, things could swing back over. But yeah, I think this one's all on Dito to kind of hold onto this FC, and I think that noob guy can't really afford to drop either. They're hoping for a drop here from FC Orenburg. Talala and Desuke, they are really pulling this one through for FC Orenburg, and it is very much needed. Only about a quarter of the map remaining. Temkana finding a break. Rexy's trades it though. That noob guy, that's a big combo gone for Where Love Lies. So these 2 FCs now. FC Orenburg. Talala is going to be dropping. It's Desuke now versus Dito. They've already got a 200k score lead.
Yeah, there needs to be a drop from Desuke basically right now if Where Love Lies wants to take this. And that drop just is not happening. Dito instead going to be the one to find the slider break. Can only carry so hard for Where Love Lies. Almost going to top score the lobby in spite of the slider break. Just about 10,000 score down from Desuke's full combo. 93% accuracy for him. Putting in the work for this team, man. Desuke and Talala, 600k and 800k for both of them. Both outscoring the respective first and second place members of Where Love Lies on that map as well. And now swinging the momentum back into their own favor after that pick. Looking very, very solid on the No Mod 6. Again, I think the aim control likely the deciding factor on that map, as Where Love Lies not necessarily missing on the speed, not necessarily missing on the tapping, and having better accuracy overall than FC Orenburg, but not able to hold the combo together. And that, to me, points even more to something like this No Mod 3 that we were talking about. After the No Mod 2, after the No Mod 6, after what we saw in Hard Rock 3 and Hidden 3, I think this kind of low aim control sort of skill set is right up FC Orenburg's alley right this moment against this team. But they are going to go for free mod 1 instead. They're going to go for a different type of map here. We'll see how this free mod 1 works out for them. Definitely still a solid pick for this team. Certainly a different type of map from something like the No Mod 3. This one, if memory serves, far more focused on the overall consistency for this type of map.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't really know if I would say this one's either Hard Rock or Hidden favored. But yeah, this one's feeling sort of like a bit of a similar situation to the Nomad 1 here. I wouldn't say that it's similar maps by any means, but this is a coin flip in my eyes. I think we're probably gonna see. I think we might see like 2 hard rocks either side, 2 hiddens. We will have to wait and see. Maybe we'll see the triple hard rock for FC Orenburg. This is only AR 9.4, which I had to double check there. So 6.6 stars.
Oh my god.
AR 9.4. So, well, I mean only as in it's not low.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay.
Yeah,
I
not
was
the
gonna
other, not the
say,
other way.
man, they are 9.4 low approach rate right now. What's happening? But oh yeah.
So high enough to where I think hidden can potentially be favorable here. So something at where love lies, maybe we'll see a triple hidden from them. I wouldn't be surprised. I think we're absolutely going to see at least 2 hard rocks on the side of FC Orenburg.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see a triple hard rock from FC Orenburg. Wouldn't be surprised to see triple hidden from Where Love Lies as well, although it looks like they're missing a member here. Gonna be that noob guy to come in as the final player for them. Not too surprising there. To see players like Dito and that noob guy in particular in on this map, as they've been popping off all match for this team. Same thing for Handsome Me and Deske. These two have just been going off all match for FC Orenburg. So, very expected to see them in for their final pick as well. This is the last pick for either team, right? This is FC Orenburg's final pick, and it could be the final map of the match, or if FC Orenburg managed the comeback, it could be the gateway to tiebreaker for either of these teams. Looks like about half the lobby reluctant to join this time around, but it is going to be an even split for FC Orenburg and triple hidden for Where Love Lies Hard Rock on GS Blank.
Yeah, I'm kind. This is about what we expected, and I think putting that hard rock on GS Blank is the play. Very, very renowned hard rock player, of course. I think everyone knows GS Blank. Very solid hard rock player, so definitely a good player to put that hard rock on. And now we've seen the triple hidden, just the double hard rock from FC Orenburg. Welter with an early break. GS Blank and that noob guy, though, are going to be trading it over. And is this Welter's first map? I can't recall if we've seen him this match, but he definitely hasn't played much, that's for sure. Few breaks across the board. Handsome Me going to be finding one. Tebby trading it, though. It's 2 FCs for FC Orenburg, and Where Love Lies have none on the board. That Quint was really brutal. I hate patterns like that. So easy to break on in a match. But Leffy and Deske are going to be getting through it, so very important for FC Orenburg. We're almost halfway through the map. This map is only 2.5 minutes long. So these FCs are doing wonders for them, and that's going to pull the score advantage heavily in their favor if they continue to hold. This multiplier is going to get just raised more and more. There goes Leffy, though. Just 1 FC left now for FC Orenburg. GS Blank trades Tebby as well. That noob guy is a disaster for Where Love Lies.
Yeah, GS Blank and that noob guy are just having so much trouble in comparison to everybody else in the lobby that, you know, even if Dito does all that typical heavy lifting that he has been doing all throughout this match, I don't know how much it matters, because the bottom 2 scores for Where Love Lies are unfortunately really well and truly bottom scores this time around. And I think this map, as much as I like to try and build suspense most of the time, is pretty much already won for FC Orenburg. 500k up at this point, and with Deske still holding on to the full combo with Hidden right now, Dito dropping here near the end. This is 100% going to be the tiebreaker. FC Orenburg pulling off the comeback at the very end of the match. It was a largely even match with pretty blow-for-blow points up until we got that single set of breakpoints from both Where Love Lies and now FC Orenburg with this breakpoint on the No Mod 6 into their own pick on Free Mod 1 to force the tiebreaker.
Dude, Deske is playing so damn well, man. He has pulled them, I think, almost single-handedly to this tiebreaker. I mean, he pretty much solo won them a point earlier. And then, was he the one who FC'd on the No Mod 6? I can't quite remember. I believe he
believe
was.
he was as well. It's been Deske
Yeah.
and Handsome Me basically all throughout this match, right? Those two players you have to shout out for FC Orenburg have been doing a lot of heavy lifting alongside like players like Ito and that new guy for Where Love Lies. As now, yeah, we're gonna get that tiebreaker largely off the back of two pretty solid runs in a row from Deske. Of course, a super solid match in general for him. And hopefully for both of these teams, we can see their star players that have been performing in this match perform on Lullaby now. This is not the loved map set that's just all streams. This is a ranked map set by She Loved Lando that is a lot better balanced, but definitely still has that kind of characteristic really stream heavy aspect to it. And at 200 BPM, I think it might pose a bit of a stamina challenge to some of the members of FC Orenburg. The aim control required for this map when you get into a lot of the jump sections and slider sections is really, really heavy. And I think that will actually end up favoring the members of FC Orenburg over the members of Where Love Lies. So there's a lot of parts in this tiebreaker where either of these teams can miss. And I'm excited to see how it goes down.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see this map. I absolutely love this map. I've been spam playing this map for like a couple weeks now. Like, this map is so much fun. I'm so glad to see this one. It's such an awesome tiebreaker as well. It's really got everything. It's got like slider aim. It's got just like generic like raw aim. It's got streams. It's got aim control. It's got a little bit of stamina in there. This kind of map is just really great for a tiebreaker, and it absolutely bangs. The song is so good. But yeah, this map is so hard though. It's really hard to hold combo. Like, it's so consistently difficult. It's not very spiky. I think you could say the KIs are harder than the rest of the map, sure, but it's not super spiky. There's not really any point in this map where it's like, oh, free combo, thank God. Like, pretty much the whole map is just kind of brutal. Even the section where it kind of slows down, it's like a little bit of a just small aim, but even then, you can just break there as well. So no time to rest on a map like this. I hope this one's close. I'm so excited to watch this map.
It looks like we're just about ready for both teams as well. We got Orenburg, Handsome Me, Welter, and Deske in for FC Orenburg. I like this lineup. Seki being in for them, I think, makes a lot of sense on a map as streamy as this. You never know the team scores again for players like Welter going in. Handsome Me and Deske have just been popping off all match long. You definitely want to see them in. Same thing for players like Dito, Mindfrost, and that noob guy. GS Bank also joining them in for Where Love Lies. Very excited to see where this one goes. These are two very, very strong rosters for this map, and I want to see how this one turns out. We should be able to get into it whenever these two teams are ready to go. A match to start off our Saturday here. We did have the 6-0 sweep at 3 UTC about 10 hours ago. This one delivering a lot hard on the match overall. It's a good start to quarterfinals here. Quarterfinals is always such an interesting weekend, I feel like, in any tournament. It's the first weekend, of course, where you get 2 rounds of losers bracket, right? The first weekend of potential matchups in losers bracket, but it's also where you only have 8 teams in winners bracket. So even your winners bracket matchups, right? Like your seed 1 versus seed 8 winners bracket matchups are also typically a lot closer. So you get matches like this in losers bracket where the level of play is still very high from both of these teams, and then you get to look forward to a bunch of really, really nasty winners bracket matchups as well. I feel like there's always tons of upsets, there's always tons of tiebreakers. It's always really, really interesting, and I'm glad to see the beginning of quarterfinals here deliver on that type of excitement as well.
Yeah, I think quarterfinals definitely is where you see like the most tiebreakers. But speaking of tiebreakers, we're getting into one already, and we're seeing drops everywhere. And to no surprise, actually full reset on the side of FC Orenburg. Orenburg missing early there, but managed to build up that recovery combo. 2 drops for Where Love Lies. Still got the double FC on their side, but of course this map's about 5 minutes long, so those combos maybe won't mean too much. We'll have to wait and see. Getting into some of the streams now. There goes a big combo for FC Orenburg. Orenburg's going to be dropping. That noob guy actually dropping, which I didn't quite catch as well. Dido now. The only big combo in the lobby. I mean, alongside Handsome Me, but he's got the only FC. Mindfrost going to be finding a break alongside Orenburg, Desuke, and GS Blank. 2 for 2 trades. And yeah, I mean, this map is hard, as you can tell.
Yeah, 0 breaks all throughout this map. Just infinite potential to find misses basically anywhere. No breaks with the streams as well. You've got flow aim to deal with on basically every stream. Only the triples are stacked in this map. And everyone besides Dido and Welter are just breaking all over the place. Dido with 1100 combo on this one. Welter on about 700 combo at the moment as Dido crests that 1250 mark. Yeah, this combo again from Dido. He's just been going off all match long. To do so on this map, and this is kind of similar to the start he had to this map in the 3-digit World Cup when Indonesia played this map there as well. Dido the main carry on that tiebreaker for Team Indonesia, and certainly pulling in the work for them here as well for Where Love Lies. In this case, basically Team Indonesia 3WC plus Kalangi. He only misses all the streams there. There's no combo on Orenburg. It is only Handsome Me about 500 combo right now. And pretty solid matching supporting combo from Mindfrost and that noob guy, given how big the max combo in this map is. You know, a 200, 300 combo difference on one member is really not that much to be able to take back even a 80,000 score lead like this.
And I just want to emphasize too how incredible that combo is from Dido. Like 1600 combo on this map is really good. Like, it is so hard to hold on to combo. And here's that kind of free quote-unquote section I was talking about where it's still really easy to break just because it's in the middle of the map and like pen grip problems, nerves, anything of the sort, it's easy to drop on. But yeah, we're going to be seeing a few drops there for Where Love Lies, Mindfrost, and GS Blank. Dido trying to make his recovery, but it's just the combo on that noob guy now. Really the only combo, and that is a huge one gone for FC Orenburg. Handsome Me there really needed to hold on. Welter though has built up a combo, and that noob guy has dropped the only combo for Where Love Lies, but there goes Welter as well.
It's just,
and that was crucial.
It's just full resets, man. Nobody has any combo, so at this point, all right, the score lead is not that big. It's less than 60,000 score for Where Love Lies. And yeah, that's a lot of score when the map is this long and when the combos have to be that big to make any realistic change. But there are players on the side of FC Orenburg, again, who can pop off in the back half of this map. I'm looking at Handsome Me and Welter. They've got the highest scores already. They are the most likely to keep those pop-offs going. You have to look at Dido and that noob guy to try and fight back against them for Where Love Lies. As I say that, all of them break except for Welter. But yeah, I mean, these are the players who have been popping off so far on this map, who really need to hold going into the back half here. It's going to be Orenburg, the only player on FC Orenburg to actually hold right now for the team. Aoi Kiseki with the name change, looking pretty solid going into the back quarter of the map at the moment, but Mindfrost holding the matching combo for Where Love Lies is going to keep them in this map right now with, again, just the slimmest of score leads, not even 60k right now for Where Love Lies. But not budging either. Man.
Oh, it goes Orenburg. I was just about to say, this is Orenburg versus Mindfrost, but Mindfrost comes out victorious and he holds onto the combo. Orenburg drops it. GS Blank finding another miss, but it's pretty much traded by Welter not too long ago. It's a 1,000 combo for Mindfrost now. He's going to do enough to pull them over the line. There's just not really much left in this map, just a couple streams here and there. And it's already a 100k lead. That's going to be it. Mindfrost pulling them over the line. Orenburg not able to do enough as he finds a break near the end of the map. Mindfrost dropping as well. Dido and that noob guy coming in with huge combos as well. Insane performances from both Dido and Mindfrost and that noob guy. I mean, these are very big scores from them. That is a GG. Wow.
Yeah, Dido, the only player above that 400,000 with that 1,600 combo or so, winning them the match, honestly. That combo built their score lead.
Yeah.
That combo made that 50 to 60k at the end of it for them. And that combo is going to keep their tournament run alive here in the quarterfinals losers bracket.
Yeah, Dido MVP. That was unbelievable performance from him. Congratulations to Where Love Lies. Dito really pulling through for his team in that match, winning a few crucial points. But on the other hand, I want to talk about DesUK for the side of FC Orenburg, doing absolutely incredibly too, winning a few very crucial picks as well, pretty much pulling them to that tiebreaker off of the back of a couple FCs. So some incredible hero performances on both sides, and definitely some MVPs there to talk about. But that is going to be where Love Lies eliminating FC Orenburg from the tournament. Congratulations to them. That is a GG. That was a very, very good match to watch.